Okay, could you tell us about the Dublin City Vounteer Centre, please? I'm aware that there's one in the Finglas and other counties, but what's the story with them all?
So we're a network of volunteer centres around the country, and I work in Dublin City Vounteer Centre. Like you said, in Dublin there's actually 4 centres. You have Finglas, South Dublin, Donaghmede, Down and Dublin City. And we're all there to help people to find volunteering opportunities and to connect them with organisations that are looking for volunteers.
So the 4 centres in Dublin follow the council boundaries, do they?
Yeah, so they're based around Dublin City Volunteer Centre. The catchment area is the Dublin City Council area, and then same then with Finglas, Donaghmede, Down and South Dublin as well.
And could you tell us what we're doing here in the Carmelite Centre?
We're here today for our annual volunteer recruitment fair. So it's an opportunity for people who just want to find out a bit more about volunteering, get some information about what they can do. We have 25 organisations here that are looking for volunteers at the moment. You know, community groups, non-profit organisations, charities, and the people can just come in, go around and have a chat, find out more about the organisation and how you can get involved as a volunteer with them.
And you have one of these open days a year, do you?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'm very impressed at the range of organisations you have represented here. It really covers a wide range of areas, the organisations, don't they?
It does, yeah. And I think that's really representative of the variety of organisations that are out there looking for volunteers and that really need volunteers to do their work as well. There's really hundreds of organisations across Dublin that involve and need volunteers, and that's what they're here today. You know, so that's with 25 that came out today to get themselves out there.
Are you the manager of the organisation?
No, I'm placement and outreach officer. So my role is to be there for the people who are interested in volunteering, to help them to find opportunities, to connect them with the organisations, and I also go out and give talks and presentations about volunteering.
Is there anything else you do during the year, big work, or are you kept busy during the year doing a lot of different kind of things, eh?
Yeah, well, we're always busy, to be honest, because people are always interested in volunteering, which is great. We have a couple of different events throughout the year. This will be our biggest. We have kind of regular coffee mornings for people over 50, for example. We have a couple of different things happening throughout the year. If people are interested to find out more, we have a website. It's volunteerdublincity.ie, and we have a Facebook page, Dublin City Volunteer. And if people are interested and maybe don't live in the Dublin City area but in another area of Dublin, just even put it into Google and your local volunteer centre will come up. So they will tell you about what's going on as well.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to some of the organisations now in a few minutes. But just to finish up, it's true to say, isn't it, like over the last 10, 20 years that there's organisations most organisations have a huge demand for volunteers, don't they? There's not enough volunteers. Is that true, is it?
There's a lot of organisations that are looking for volunteers and for a lot of different type of activities as well. So we always say there's something for everybody, so keep an open mind and maybe see if there is something that you're interested in or that you'd like to maybe get involved in. The volunteer centre is a good place to start. You can get in touch with us and see, what can I do? But yeah, there's really a lot of organisations that need volunteers and are very happy to get the support from the volunteers.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks for having me.
Hello, could you just introduce yourself, please, and tell us a bit about your organisation, Action Ireland?
Yeah, I'm Richard Dunn, and I'm the Dublin City Council Project Officer for Getting Started programme, which is computer classes for older people in the Dublin City Council area. But the organisation I work for is Age Action, which advocate and help empower older people across the country.
Yeah, one of your representatives was interviewed by one of my colleagues there recently. I saw the podcast last week. What kind of work would you do on a day by day or week by week basis?
Yeah, and me personally as the Getting Started Officer, I run classes throughout the city. So I set up classes throughout the city for older people, so in sheltered accommodation. So we organise the volunteers, so it's all one-on-one tuition. and the volunteers themselves would help say older people basically, send their first email, do their first Skype, do banking online, book flights, basic things that we take for granted, and obviously with all the banks closing and post offices closing, it's become a real issue for people to access services as well. So that's what Age Action and Getting Started is kind of needed. In other areas as well, we do a care and repair service.
What's it called?
Care and repair. So we visit older people's homes. So basically, we help with little jobs around the house. Also, we have an information team which helps with issues around affecting the older people. Basically, it could be care homes, could be their pensions, could be their wills, anything around that area. HSE. Separately, there also we have a kind of advocacy. So we lobby the governments on issues affecting older people as well. So they're the kind of areas really that Age Action kind of focus on. So
you said what offices in Dublin, yeah?
We have offices in Dublin, yeah, and Cork and Galway as well. We have obviously charity shops as well. We have a charity shop in Carmelite Street, which is kind of the most well-known charity shop. We have a charity shop thinking of Dunleary, Monaghan, Cork and Galway. And we also have a head office in Inchicore as well.
It's true to say, isn't it, that loneliness amongst elderly people, I think particularly in rural areas, it's a huge issue, isn't it? It's not getting as much media attention. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean that's part of even the classes that we run, and the computer classes we run. I mean, we have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, during it as well, and you can see this could be the only person that person sees during the day. That older person sees during the day is their tutor. So it's definitely an issue that we see, and also the information team gets a number of calls of people who are very lonely and very suffering basically from basically being society's moving on very, very fast and they've been kind of left behind. And we mentioned things with services closing down as well, and communities not being as as fixed as they used to be. They're a lot more transient, as affecting communities across the country as well, and older people are feeling the brunt of that as well.
I think we all feel that sometimes that technology is moving too fast for us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it changes weekly or even monthly. But by no means am I an expert or anyone really an expert in that sense, because it changes so quickly. Particularly obviously with particularly phones now as well, with smartphones. It's even difficult to answer a phone call at the minute. You have to swipe the screen, and that can be even hard. So it's definitely older people are suffering from that.
Yeah. Just to finish up now in a minute. Is this your first time personally here at the volunteer fair?
Yeah, it's first time here. Quite very positive experience. Very, very happy to see so many people actually interested in volunteering in the first place. I mean, if you watch too much news, you think it's a terrible world out there. But it's great to see some people putting their heads up the parapet and putting themselves forward to volunteer, which is great. So very positive. Lots of young people as well, which is great. So it's a very, very positive event, and the Carmelite, I think the centre here is lovely on Aungier Street. So.
And to finish up, if people want to find out more about helping you, what would you recommend?
Just go to the website. It's ageaction.ie, and obviously you can send an email. There's also phone numbers there for us as well. We can ring in, and you can ask the volunteer. For instance, we always need volunteers for the computer program. I'd love you to join my computer classes. We have classes all over the city, in north side, south side, and in city centre as well. And other areas you can help with fundraising, with care and repair. There's different areas you can help as well. So yeah, by all means, go on the website ageaction.ie and ring in, and it'd be great to hear from you. So
thanks very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. No problem. Thank you.
How's it going? Could you introduce yourself, please, and tell us a bit about your organisation, Camara?
Sure. My name is Stephanie Nolan, and I'm Volunteer and Communications Manager with Camara Education. Camara Education is an education organisation that exists to enable children, young people, learners to develop a technology-enabled education to improve their life opportunities, both in Africa and in Ireland.
Yeah, Camara, to be on our station here, I found fairly regularly, have been over the last several years. You do amazing work, and I think you're one of the most recognised development organisations in Ireland. I think are you?
That's right, we are, and actually last year we won a big award for the most innovative programme for our work with I'm Lango in Kenya, which is all about particular emphasis on girls and education and enabling girls who otherwise wouldn't have as, I suppose, better access to education than they otherwise would have.
And what does the word Camara mean? I know it's a foreign word from some
It's
language.
African. It means one who teaches with experience.
All right. What country is it from?
I'm not actually quite sure.
Okay, and you get a lot of computers every year from individuals and from companies as well, don't you?
Yeah, so we're always looking for second-hand refurbished or computers and laptops, etc., that we can refurbish in our office here in Chapel Lizard in Dublin 20. So if anyone out there is listening, has an old laptop or PC hanging around gathering dust in their homes, or going to upgrade their technology in their office, please do get in touch with us. Go to camara.org and you'll find out how best to deliver that technology to us or arrange for a collection from your office.
And do you have to pay, if you want to give a computer or computers, do you have to, someone told me recently, I don't know if it's new or if it's true, but do you have to pay some money?
It all depends. If you're dropping it to us from a domestic point of view, you can drop it to our door and there's no charge for that. There may be a charge associated with a big collection from a company for delivery expenses, etc., and for the cost of, the waste that comes with it. So it depends and is customised depending on the individual.
Okay, just to finish up, are you enjoying yourself here at the volunteering fair? Is it your first time here?
No, it's not my first time here. I've been here many times before. Really enjoying it, getting to meet lots of wonderful people who are all willing to give up their time for good causes such as Camara.
Thanks very much.
No problem. Thank you.